We had to come into Sky Witness 9 to give you a better perspective on where they're doing these bridges. This is right here at Maitland Summit, and you can see they're pretty much finished here. But as we follow this new roadway down to Keller Road, you can see there are some missing links, and that's why they have to close this intersection down at Keller Road and Maitland Boulevard this weekend. I've taken Rusty's radar and integrated it with my traffic maps to show you that clearing that Rusty was talking about in downtown Orlando. And there you can see it right here, right around Fairbanks and Altamont Springs. This batch of rain, though, moved out relatively quick, but it did cause already some problems along I-4 through Seminole County. So as we zoom in, you can see we still have that stalled car blocking off a right lane, causing traffic to go way below speed limit. I give up. I need you really to use caution on the roadways, people. I cannot keep track of how many crashes we are having right now because so many are happening, and we're at the point where everybody is getting on the road. I need you to use caution where you see standing water and use caution at the exit ramps, because this one right here on the 408 westbound getting you onto the turnpike, I'm just about to put a picture on Twitter, but it involves a semi that overturned or some sort of trailer that overturned, and it's causing all the traffic to back up here. One of the biggest differences between the new equipment and the old equipment is the noise that this makes. This might not seem like it's on, but when I move the controls, you can see that this is moving. When you compare this to the old equipment, I'm going to have them turn it on for me. Imagine working next to this and you're trying to save somebody's life.
On the breaking information now with Racquel.
Brian, this is a live look right now. One of our cameras that Nancy was talking about, and we've been seeing them switch this camera from black and white to color, but even in the black and white, you can see those flames burning really close to the interstate, and that wind that Brian was talking about has really become the issue, and they've been watching this since yesterday, and that's why they're in the process of shutting down the road. So we're going to prepare you for that shutdown right now. Once they close down that roadway between State Road 520 and Fisk Boulevard, your alternate routes are going to be taking 520 to Fisk Boulevard. You can use that same alternate route in the opposite direction, whether you're going northbound or southbound on I-95. We will continue monitoring this situation for you here in the studio and also from the scene. And that's where Roy Ramos is this morning. And Roy, you were driving along I-95 when it was still open this morning. Once this bridge opens, it'll be the first time that you'll be able to walk over I-4 with a dedicated sidewalk, and you'll be able to cross the interstate, connecting from the Universal area over to the outlets and fun spot. Their colors are as crisp as the memories from that day.
I'll never forget that Sunday morning.
They are the murals.
Same feelings coming back.
That bring light to a city that needed to be reminded that we are strong, united, and loved.
Trying to make some solace for people, you know, sitting at a light, kind of faded out.
Artist Andrew Spear.
It's the same paint from last year.
Wants to make sure his mural's message is as vivid as the day that changed our city 1 year ago.
If this brings them a better memory, you know, by all means, that's actually what it means. There we go.
It's those memories and feelings.
Any second I could end up crying.
That are often expressed by the colors on canvases.
I'll use like a lot of my reds and my blues.
Swanburgers are captured in this 3x4 canvas. It's one of dozens that will soon fill the wall at the Orange County Public Library until next month.
I think we stand for each other best when we express ourselves. That's this town.
Which we'll never forget.
God bless America.
Or give up.
We can't lose.
Racquel Asa, Channel 9.
It's called strength in numbers.
Eyewitness News. Nancy, that's all according to this brand new red light camera contract that the city will be talking tonight about at their meeting. This contract calls for at least 5 more years, as you mentioned, to keep those cameras within the city. We wanted to know how many times the state system shut down in Orange County, so we looked at the month of September. Every single one of these X's indicates a day that the state systems shut down. Some days it went down multiple times. One day it was even shut down for 4 hours. When you add up all of this time, it's as if the tax collector's offices were closed for 2 days. The red light camera at South Street and Roslyn Avenue hasn't been here long, just 4 months. It's one of the newer cameras installed by the city. But in its first couple of months, drivers were getting tickets, and they shouldn't have.
When we looked into that specific location, what we found was that the signal timing for the yellow phase was based on 25 miles an hour, and it should have been at 30 miles an hour.
The error can be found on the red light camera tickets. It's right there on that black bar above the image. I know it's hard to read, so we've taken that same image and enlarged it. That number right there reads 3.4 seconds. That's how long the light was yellow. It's supposed to be 3.7 seconds, according to the state. I know it's fractions of a second, but watch this video. It would have made the difference for this driver right there. And not just for him, but for nearly 240 other drivers given tickets between September and October 29th. That's roughly $38,000 worth of tickets getting tossed out.
They should contact the red light program if they'd like, but we're already in the process of sending checks.
This is the first time I've seen the city do refunds.
Red light camera opponent David Shaw brought the issue to our attention. He says the city could have avoided being in this situation.
I think they could have left the yellow light time alone.
The city told us this only applies to about 15% of the tickets issued between September to October of last year. Most drivers blew through the red light at South and Roseland, and that extra fraction of a second wouldn't have made a difference. Back to you.
I just keep the dollar coins in here. So
Dale Voorhees thought he was making things easier for himself by using these dollar coins instead of quarters. But
it didn't always register, at least it didn't seem to register.
So Dale started recording every time he paid with a dollar coin. Instead of thanking him for his payment, the payment didn't register. Dale didn't realize it until he checked his SunPass statement and found out they billed his tag because his plate was registered with the account. We wanted to test it out for ourselves, so we took our transponder off the window and went through the toll booths using both a dollar coin and also 4 quarters. And just like Dale at the University Toll Plaza, the exact change bin didn't register our dollar coin either. Not once or twice. We had to pay with 4 quarters for a payment to register, but we didn't find the problem at every plaza. The Conway toll took our dollar coin without any problems. So we brought our concerns to the Central Florida Expressway Authority. A spokesperson told us they weren't aware of the problem until we told them about it. And they're now working with the vendor to test all the baskets to make sure the coins, including dollar coins, are getting collected and recognized. All fixes that are a little too late for Dale, who says he's canning the coins altogether.
Yeah, I'll break down and buy another transponder.
Reporting in Orange County, Racquel Asa, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.